Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to your beginner's guide on Naruto Emblem Battle, the Chinese exclusive arcade game now in the West. So, first things first. Just what is Naruto Emblem Battle? Naruto Emblem Battle is a game where on first play you have the chance to earn an emblem, and you use said emblem in combat in a total of 5 battles against CPU opponents. Each play grants you the chance to earn a new emblem of varying rarities, and you can create a team of 5 emblems to battle the computer. At the end of each battle, your score will be saved in the daily rankings, and if you make it through all 5 battles, your score will be saved as one of the top scores of the volume. Now the basics of play are out of the way, let's talk about the emblems themselves a bit more in depth. There are a total of 100 plus emblems you can obtain between each volume, which, as of this recording, there are only 2 volumes currently released. Each emblem has a rarity from 1 star to 6 star rarity and are also distinguishable by color. 1 to 2 stars are your blue emblems, 3 stars are your orange emblems, and 4 through 6 stars are your red and gold emblems respectively. These emblems can be won by playing this kunai mini game where you try to throw your kunai at just the right time to hit 1 out of 3 possible targets. The number 3 target contains the 1 to 2 star emblems, the number 2 target contains the 3 star emblems, and the number 1 target contains the 4 through 6 star emblems. Now, hitting that number 1 target may seem like finding a needle in a haystack, but there are a few special events that can trigger to increase your odds of landing it. You can activate the Sharingan, which will slow down time and make it easier to hit specific targets. Button mash battle can occur, which if you win, can net you the number 1 prize. And the best one for sure is the
Nine Tails Exploding Chance!
The Nine Tails Exploding Chance makes all the targets bigger while only giving you number 3 and number 1 targets, or only number 2 and number 1 targets. This is your best chance to consistently grab number 1 prizes, and depending on your luck with this, it can last quite a while, though it does vary and is luck dependent, as I have had runs where the Nine Tails Exploding Chance only lasted about one prize worth of an attempt. Though do keep in mind you are also limited to the amount of tries you have on the minigame in general before every battle. And when it comes to the number 1 prize, as I said before, this is where the 4 star, 5 star, and 6 star emblems live. And at least with volumes 1 and 2, there are only 2 6 star emblems per volume. This means the odds of scoring the legendary golden emblems are quite low, but it just makes it all the more hype when you get them. The odds of obtaining these 6 star emblems though are about 0.4%, or 2 out of 500. Either way, these odds are not in your favor, but when that lightning really strikes, it is truly a memorable moment. Now that we are done gambling and we have quite the collection of emblems, it's time to get into actual combat. Starting off, you place the emblems on the scan field. A max of 4 emblems make a full team, and depending on the rarity of your emblems, the emblem power will go up, which decides what tier you will be placed in. There are 5 tiers in total: D tier, C tier, B tier, A tier, and S tier battles, which will affect your final score in the end. Once you set up your team and get into a battle tier, the first of 5 battles will begin. Battles are decided in 5 rounds. Round setup is where certain passive effects are triggered and where you decide who will be your attacking emblem, or AE. Once you make your decision, you will either enter into timing attack battle or button mash battle. Timing attack battle is decided by having this bar next to your character, which if you have type advantage, will give you a bigger bar. Hitting the blue button at just the right time will fill the gauge, and if yours is bigger than the opponent's, then you win the battle, doing more damage. Button mash battle is, well, a button mash battle, and if you can outmash the opponent, then you win. And if you have type advantage, then your starting position changes to benefit you. If you have enough chakra, then you will do a special attack upon winning either battle, and if you press the buttons on screen to raise the level, you can do immense damage to the enemy. Repeat this until your opponent's health reaches 0 to end the battle, and depending on your team, the passive effects that trigger can really aid you from round to round. These effects vary from emblems transforming, to creating clones, or even summoning allies. Having a good combination of emblems that work well with each other can really change the tide of battle. Speaking of team building, let's talk about that next, but first, take a closer look at the details of each emblem. On the bottom left, you have the character's stats, listing their HP, attack, and defense respectively. To the right, lists the amount of chakra required to use their special attack. Looking upward, we can see 2 effects listed which are more detailed on the back. Using this Itachi as an example, one of his effects only activates if you have a Kisame on your team, which decreases the enemy's defense by 1,000. So of course, you would want to pair him with a Kisame, which would allow that emblem to do even more damage for the round. Seeing the effects each emblem has has is important to making your team, as some emblems simply won't be at their full power if paired with incompatible emblems. For example, the Ino that I won and use has a skill that gives 3 chakra to the team if Shikamaru, Choji, and Asuma are allies, which can easily be done by using the Team Asuma emblem that summons Shikamaru and Choji into battle at the end of round 2. But sadly, I did not have that, and so I was struggling for chakra most of the time, as a lot of my emblems were pretty chakra hungry. Finding out how each emblem strengthens the other is the key to making an incredibly powerful team. Now, as I said before, each battle will be saved in the daily rankings, but the final 2 battles will be saved in the total rankings for the current volume. Besides the tier you're in, many other factors play into high scores you receive, that being the team you're running, the remaining HP you have at the end, your timing attack battle performance, your overkill, and many more. Looking into high scores as of this recording, many people have claimed this team to be the meta in obtaining the highest scores possible. This is coming from the talented people in the unofficial Naruto Emblem Battle Discord server, which of course, I have to give them a shout out. As I was beginning playing the game, the many people there were nice enough to help me out with information about the game and even a safe space to meet other players and set up trades. It is a wonderful community which, if you are interested, I will link in the description below. Naruto Emblem Battle is a strategy emblem collecting arcade game that offers many different ways to tackle battles that is still quite new in the US, as it has only been out for a year as of this recording. Although the release date for Volume 3 is unknown, be sure to subscribe so you won't miss any news about the game, as I will be excited to cover it. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Naruto Emblem Battle. I'm the Final Hokage, and I'll see you at the arcade.